Alright, what's going on, guys? I know it's been a while since I uploaded my last video. It's been about a week or so. I wasn't feeling too good and I went on vacation, so I kind of just took a break from doing YouTube and I wasn't streaming that much. But I'm back on it. I'm going to be making more videos. I'm going to be posting more consistently, and yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy that stuff. Alright, so in this video, I just kind of want to talk about the state of Apex and how I think solos play in Apex. In the background, you're going to be seeing me play as Octane in the first game and then Pathfinder in the second game. And I'm just going to start off by saying that Pathfinder is the best character for solos. I feel like I don't really need to say why. You can kind of just tell that Pathfinder just has the best movement and is able to get to places that other people can't. So yeah, Pathfinder is just the best character in the game, in period, at the moment. And yeah, so you're gonna be seeing me play as him, and you'll be able to tell why. Alright, so first things first, I just want to say that I don't really see solos being in a good place in Apex. It fit well in Fortnite and it made sense in Fortnite, but in Apex, like, there's just too much stuff going on. The map is too small. Everything is so loud. Some characters, you can't even hear their footsteps. Third partying is way too, like, people do it way too often because you can just hear everything, and that's why I just don't think that it fits well in Apex. And for season 3, if they fix those things, if they fix the loudness of your weapons, they add maybe silencers or something, or footsteps actually work, or they're more consistent at least, I think that solos might be pretty good. Maybe if they added ranked, but even that, I feel like it would just get very toxic and everybody would just third party, wait for third parties. So yeah, I don't know. Unless they figure something out to fix all those issues and make it work well, I really don't see solos being a good fit for Apex. So at the time of this recording, I do have a win on every single character in solos. I went and got that badge out of the way, and I still think that Pathfinder is the best character in the game, period. In solos, he stands out a lot because of his movement, and I don't think anybody can disagree with that. I feel like there's at least 30 to 40 Pathfinders in every single lobby that I play in for solos, and even in ranked, he's becoming a problem. His footsteps are very quiet and it's very annoying. I think Apex should definitely get on that and fix Pathfinder. It's been a problem. He's had at least one problem since the start of the game, so I think they really need to crack down and fix him. But next thing I want to go over is the disruptor rounds. I can't stress it enough. They just nerfed it in a recent patch and it's still overpowered. It still does way too much damage. I honestly think that Pathfinder, Wraith, and Lifeline shouldn't have a 5% damage decrease either. I really don't see how that even makes sense. I know they wanted people to play other characters, but it kind of just put those 3 characters in a bad position. Because now they just take more damage, and Caustic and Gibraltar's take way too much damage. So I feel like the game is just in a really weird spot and they're really trying to figure things out, and I really hope all these things get fixed for season 3. So I got a little off topic there, but I want to go back to disruptor rounds. They're just way too strong in the game. They do way too much damage, and people are still using them because they're good. It's the best thing in the game at the moment, and they do a lot of damage from long range. They're very good close range. The R99 and the R301 are still better at like mid to long range, and then the R99 better at close range. But the alternator with disruptor rounds is like at a very good, probably the best of in between of both. Like, it does 200 damage in literally like 3 seconds, probably less than that, honestly. So it's pretty obnoxious going up against it when everybody in solos is using it. So yeah, they really need to crack down on it and really nerf it hard, or at least even take it out of the game. Like, buff the alternator to like decent damage and just take the disruptor rounds out. It makes no sense why it's even in the game. Same thing for hammer points. The P2020 is super frustrating now, and I made a video saying how good it is and how underrated it is. People figured it out that it's really good, and it needs to get taken out along with disruptor rounds. For the love of God, please take them out of the game and just buff the 2 weapons or the 3 weapons that have those hop-ups. And I think Apex would be in like a decent, or at least a better state. So I'm really sorry about this rant, but it's gonna keep going on and on because this stuff really like irks me. I'm getting angry because like Respawn is not listening to its community and they're putting in solos in the game when the people that want solos are the noobs that are getting shredded in trios. But most pro players or just competitive players, even streamers, we all want duos. Duos would make so much sense in the game and it would put the game in a better spot. Trios gets very sweaty and going against 1v3 is very difficult sometimes, so 1v2 is just the next best step. Solos just doesn't make sense in this game, I feel like. I don't know, I think duos would be the best thing, best game mode for Apex. Trios is definitely the best, and then duos would be right there underneath. I don't think squads make sense, and I really don't like solos, but I definitely think that they're leaning more towards solos for future updates, so I'm not really looking forward to that. So one other thing that really bothers me about solos is just what people will do to get a win in a game. They will sit in corners. You will see later in this game as I play with Octane that there's a guy literally camping in a corner behind a tree in a bush, and it's so obnoxious that people even do that. I understand like standing on top of a building or like using a house for cover to just kind of read the area, that makes sense, but just sitting in a corner waiting for someone to come by is not the play style that they should be promoting. And I mean, I know that there's nothing you can really do about that. It's just what people do in battle royales to get wins, but it's just so obnoxious, and that's why I don't think solos is a good fit for this game, because everything kind of blends in with each other and it's hard to see stuff like that. So if it was any other player walking by that guy, he would have got destroyed by the guy sitting in a corner. And who would want to go back into solos after dying to a guy sitting in a corner with disruptor rounds? Nobody. Nobody wants to play that. So that's why I think duos is the next best thing, because people feel more confident when they're playing with someone else. And that's why trios, you don't really see a lot of people camping in corners unless they're trolling. But in duos, people will most likely be more running out and challenging fights opposed to just waiting for third parties. So if you're watching this part of the video, you can already see how I'm destroying people with the disruptor rounds. And the fact that this is even possible and this is in a video game is actually crazy. This takes absolutely no skill because the alternator doesn't really recoil all that much. You can control it very easily. So that's why it bugged me when they nerfed the R301 and made the recoil pattern random, because it didn't make sense. Like the R301 was a gun that kind of took skill. It wasn't just anybody can pick it up and you could just laser people. But now they made the recoil random, so you can't really pick people off from far away. But then there's guns like the longbow that are still in the game that do over 200 damage in 2 seconds. You hit 4 shots, someone's dead. You hit someone in 2 shots, 4 shots in the body, they're dead. 2 shots in the head, and they're dead. Why is a gun like that in the game? Not only that, but it also shoots faster than a gun like the Wingman that actually takes skill. The longbow is a gun that does not take very much skill, and anybody can pick it up and just start using it. So for ranked and for solos, it's very obnoxious to go up against campers with longbows that are just sitting at long range, or they're all pathfinders sitting on top of roofs or sitting on top of cliffs and buildings, just picking off your health. Again, it's like those types of things are stuff that Apex needs to be looking at and fixing, and I really hope that they are for a future update. I hope the longbow gets nerfed. I hope Pathfinder's footsteps get fixed. Hope hardpoint rounds or hammer point rounds get nerfed. Disruptor rounds 100%. What else? Wingman, I feel like needs to get a small buff. It's not good in solos. I know many people are probably using it and think that they're doing very well with it, but it's not that great unless you're literally hitting every single shot, and going up against a 1v1 with a wingman and the disruptor rounds alternator, 9 times out of 10 the alternator is gonna win, which doesn't make sense because the wingman actually takes skill to use. I'm literally getting heated talking about this video because these are all the things that really just piss me off about Apex.
What you
and
on about
I'm
with
trying,
that?
I really want someone to listen and just fix these problems that are so prominent in the game, and that could, I don't know if it's easy to fix because I'm not a game developer, but at least put a statement out there that will reassure their players that they're working on something. Apex isn't really communicating with their community all that well, which is the most annoying part of it all, because a lot of their players just don't know what to expect, what to do next. At this point in time, there's solos in the game, and alternators with disruptor rounds are everywhere. There's not enough wingmans in the game. There's too many longbows. There's too many pathfinders. There's not enough variety, and everybody's just using the exact same thing in the game, and it's very like frustrating to being motivated to upload videos, push out content, and do all this stuff for this game because it could be so much better. When Apex first came out, before season 1, it was in a perfect state. Well, I mean semi-perfect. There were a couple bugs, and if they had just fixed those bugs, the game would be absolutely perfect. And if they just kept pushing out like different type of things, like new map updates, maybe a new gun here and there every once in a while, new items in the game every like 2 weeks or something, the game would be perfect. And I mean perfect as in like it would just be better than what it is now, at least. You know, Watson is still very annoying in ranked. So I don't know. There's definitely a lot of things that they need to be looking at, and I think that they should be talking to the community a little bit more, and I feel like their players could make this game a lot better. So I don't know. I don't really have much else to say besides that. I don't really think Solos is a good fit in Apex, and leave it down in the comments if you got this far into the video about what you think about Solos and what you think they could change, or if you have any ideas of what they could add to the game that you think would make it better. So I'm just gonna let the rest of the video play out because I don't know what else to say about it. I just wanted to make a little rant video about this because this stuff is really pissing me off, and I really hope Apex gets down to it and at least releases a statement about something. Oh, and also don't even get me started on how expensive this event was. I went out and bought the entire thing and got the Bloodhound axe, and it was ridiculous. It was stupid expensive, and the fact that they even released the statement saying that they're sorry and that they released each character that you can buy or each skin in the shop for $18 is pretty ridiculous. It doesn't make sense either. So yeah, anyways, I'm just gonna let the video play out. You guys can watch it up until the end. I appreciate you guys staying until the end if you did, and check out my socials, my Twitch, my Twitter, my Instagram, and yeah, drop a like on the video if you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe because I'm gonna be uploading a lot more, and thank you guys. I'll see you in the next one later. Switch to bats? What do you mean?
You are the Apex champion.
Good shit. Yeah, dude. Finally won another. Damage dealt? What's that?